Hi, John Czapko, Thrive Insurance Group. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today, I wanted to tackle a very fundamental question within commercial insurance, which is, why do I even need insurance to start with? So answering the question, why do I need commercial insurance to start with, is a great starting point. You really need it to protect your business and your personal assets. If you have some commingling going on there, it gets a little lumpy. I'm not going to give legal advice. I'm not going to give CPA advice. It's not my business. Speak to those professionals. But there gets a little, with your business and personal assets, it gets a little dicey. So you really need to make sure that you're protecting your business and personal assets. Insurance will protect your business from those types of things that happen within the business world. You start with a general liability policy or a liability policy. GL's generally referred to as a slip and fall type policy. So if you have a brick and mortar place, you might want to start with a general liability policy. Slip and fall accidents cost $15,000, $75,000 worth of claims and up. So if you don't have that kind of capital laying around to be able to reimburse someone for a claim for that, guess what? Your business is at risk. And so your employees are at risk, your legacy's at risk, and that becomes kind of a scary proposition. I'm blown away by the number of businesses that operate without insurance. I've got a company right now that's a multi-million-dollar manufacturer that hasn't had insurance. I would be terrified to operate my business that way. We're getting insurance put in place for this company really quickly because we've got a heightened sense of urgency with them now. But, it's just pretty amazing the number of businesses, and these are not small businesses. These are going concerns and, multi-million-dollar businesses that are doing it. These are not startups. So I recommend getting some sort of a liability policy, whether it's general liability or professional liability, errors and omissions, something in place to start with. Let's start there. Assess your needs. Sit down with a professional agent, professional broker, your local resources to identify what you need. Let's start there. You can go it alone. You can start with Next or Byberg or something like that. I see people do that. Get something in place. Let's start there. That's a great place to start. But you really need to sit with someone and understand where your business is and where your business is going. Your to be as is state, as we like to call it. I've got a customer right now that I'm working with. We started with a GL policy. As their business grew, we put them into a business owner policy or a BOP. We've got them growing into some other things like cyber, like business income, business personal property, some different things within the BOP program. So these policies are very modular. You can snap things in and you can work within the context of the BOP program or whatever policy that you're working within. So if you go it alone, you may not know those things, right? You may just start and stop with a general liability policy, but realize you don't have the proper coverage for your business. So make sure you're working with someone locally. And then lastly, make sure you're reviewing your coverage often to add things like business personal property into your policy, like cyber, like a E&O policy if you don't have those. These are things that are really critical. Cyber, I talk about it a lot, is becoming more and more intertwined within our daily lives. I don't know a business that, well, there are some that operate on cash basis. We won't talk about those. But, there are very few businesses that operate on a cash basis and don't rely on credit cards or don't have people within their business. And we're so dependent on transactions and technologies and different things that our lives are becoming more and more entwined with cyber. We've got to be able to protect our customers. We've got to be able to protect our business. So reviewing your coverages often with your broker are really key. So number one, start with a liability policy. Number two, work with a local broker or agent. Number three, review your coverages often. Make sure you have the right coverages in place for where your business is today and where it's going in the future. So if you have any other questions, work with your local broker, your local agent. Make sure you have those proper coverages in place for your business. If we could be of service, we'd love to be able to do that for you. Reach out to us via Facebook, by email, by YouTube. And if we can answer any questions, love to do it. And remember, thrive today, protect tomorrow. Thanks. Have a great day.